Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have a live action coming at you. It is going to be on Belcher Beach, GSL's version. Best versus Karma. So it is a show match here. Now, after this, I am going to take a break. I will put up a replay for you guys to watch while I'm on a dinner break. I have got to get some food in me. I'm starting to get low blood sugar, and I cannot continue without my food. So, but this is going to be a fun matchup here. Two master-level players battling it out on a very, very nice one-player map that does not have a high ground advantage. So good luck, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you love 4-gate versus 4-gate here. I mean, it's not necessarily going to happen, but it is a definite possibility because 4-gates tend to be extremely effective when there is not a high ground advantage for your main. So as you can see here, that is exactly the case, and no sight blockers here. It's this low ground thing. Love this map, says Karma. I think that's a love, or maybe that's a cross through it, so don't love this map. I think it is what that means. I don't necessarily love it for PvP either, but I love the map in general for its beauty and its interesting style of build, or whatever you want to call it. But PvP, I mean, it's going to be difficult, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Karma is going to be down here as our green Protoss in the bottom right-hand corner. In the top left, it is Best. He is orange Protoss. And Dive Bomb, I do want to mention that Dive Bomb out on the live stream is actually happy for his PvP. And that's kind of cool. I mean, I think PvP is one of the more elegant matchups because literally a 1 second difference in your timings can make the difference in a PvP. So you've got to be on target the entire time, the entire 7 to 8 to 10 minutes of this game. You've just got to be on target. So if you miss a beat, your opponent can catch you off guard and punish any small mistakes. So it's really interesting. We do have fairly early scouting here from Karma. We'll follow his scout to see what he sees. It is going to be everything he sees. He does see the gateways, double gates going down here for Best. Going to know what's going on. So it is not a 4-gate here for Best, which is kind of interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, he is going to be going for a bit of a zealot rush. Now, nice thing for Karma that he did scout early, knows to prepare for this. Is going to go ahead and put down his Cybercore, but notice that he's chrono boosting out zealots here at this point. And what's this? Second gateway going down for Karma as well. I was about to leave, but we came right back, and there it goes. So it is going to be, I think, relatively easy for Karma to hold this off. Now, should Best, I don't know. I tend to think that since it's scouted here so early, if I were Best, I would probably transition. Now, I'm not as good a player as Best, so he probably knows better than I do, but wow, he's putting a pylon here, which is kind of an interesting position. But very interesting, and a forge going down. So I don't know, I'm interested to see, but this good scouting here from Karma, absolutely working in his favor. He does see the forge going down. And, I mean, so it could potentially be a zealot plus cannon rush or something to his opponent's main, which could be fairly effective. I've never really seen that before, so I'd be interested to see if that is what he's going for. But I do think that he may actually be transitioning here. Yeah, look at that. Best trying to expand here. And Karma trying to get in his way, so he has figured it out. Looks like Best is indeed going to expand off of this and going to put down a photon cannon, double photon cannons for static defense here. How very interesting, but that is exactly what we see. We do have what appears to be a 2-gate, now 3, so far from Karma. Probably not going to be a 4-gate, otherwise he would already have his 4th down, or he should be putting it down like right now for a 4-gate. But he is not taking his 2nd gas here either. So I'm not entirely sure what to... No, it is 4 gates. What do you know? I mean, it's just a little bit late on this gate. I don't think that it's going to finish... Well, it won't finish in time for the first warp-in for after the Cybercore is complete. Or, I mean, the warp gate tech is complete. But he is cruising out across the map and should be able to warp in a pretty decent amount of units. Notice that he's put... Wow, 3 photon cannons here for Best. This is going to be difficult to bust through for Karma. But in a lot of senses, Best is committing so much to this static defense that if he does bust through it, there's almost nothing he'll be able to do. to come back. Now he just has his Cyber Core completed. No Warp Gate tech on the way quite yet. Notice he hasn't gotten any upgrades from his Forge. Is just working on this Static D. Just barely really getting his Assimilator here. There is a probe transfer, however, and that could be pretty nice. Boy, look at all these photon cannons. I've never seen so many photon cannons in my life. Especially at a natural expand. I mean, my goodness, that's a lot. But Best will definitely be able to hold here, I think, at this point. That is so many cannons. Wow. Interesting play, that is for sure. Now, let's just check the units tab, see if he's been able to pick up a supply lead here. Harvester lead, he indeed has, and look at that. Karma is like, okay, way too much cannons here, time to back out. I think that that is exactly what he needs to do and transition and go ahead and start reproducing some probes here. Got to get some more probes out on this field, got to start tech switching, and probably a good time to go ahead and take an expand of his own. I think is a good, wise decision. We do have a robotics facility on the way for him right now. That is going to be super nice. More gateways here for Best. So kind of interesting there. I would like to see him transition into new tech as well. But look at, I mean, this, I'm sorry, but this is not going to get broken here without a whole bunch of either Immortals, or even, he could even just go for Colossus, I think, with Thermal Lance and try and take him out from a distance for first too, which is not a bad idea. But we'll see what he's going to go for. He is going to have a little bit of a contain here. He knows that his opponent cannot push out without losing his army because of that commitment to photon cannons and static defense. And yeah, but really interesting play so far from Best. Let's just check that units tab again. Notice that Karma down 10 probes to his opponent there because he was trying to 4-gate so heavily. So what an interesting switch here from Best, forcing his opponent behind in that macro game here. So really, really good stuff. But the tech switch here from Karma could be devastating. I'd like to see him pumping Immortals like it's his job, because Immortals would absolutely obliterate this cannon line here. All you'd need is like 4 or 5 Immortals and good night photon cannons and good night Stalker defense. So yeah, we'll see what he's has going for us. We do have some elevator tactics going on here. Looks as though Karma did get that Warp Prism out. Not a bad deal there, and is going to be putting a lot of pressure on. Oh, these guys cannot go that way. Please do not go up there. There we go. Got to get these guys up on the high ground before that Warp Prism dies. Oh, snipes the Warp Prism. Good snipe there from Best. That is absolutely going to put Karma in a sticky position here. These guys are going to die because they are trying to walk around to kill, and it is not going to happen. Now, Karma does have this pylon here. He can still warp in a decent amount of units. But Best, I think, has got it covered at this point. And these Zealots are not going to last very much longer, so great defense, and there is GG from Karma. Best does take it down. Phenomenal play. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. We will see you guys in just a bit.